Okay, so welcome to the 2018 Service Unit Cookie Training for Cookie Managers. I'm Arnice, the Product Program Specialist. We have Ginger on this call also. She's the Product Program Manager. And then
Hello.
we have Kathy from ABC Baker on the call also. So before we get started, I just want to go over a few things. There are handouts that have been uploaded onto this webinar. It's the Service Unit Cookie Manager Guide and then the Troop Cookie Planning Guide. So you can download those for you to have. And then before we get started, let me see if I can do this. I created a poll question. So I'm going to launch that. Can everyone see the poll? So I just want to know how many years you guys have been volunteering as a service unit cookie volunteer. So let's see, I just give a little bit more time for that. Okay, almost at 100%. Give a few more seconds. Okay, so we have most of the people, it has been 55% of the people you have been volunteering for 2 to 5 years, and 32% of the people, this is your first year, so congratulations, welcome. We have 9% of the people who have done it 6 to 10 years, and 5% of the people on here have been volunteering for 10 plus years. So I just want to thank everybody for volunteering. Okay. So now we're going to start our presentation, and I'm going to hand it off to Kathy.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. I'm sorry I don't get to see all of you, but I sure do like the webinar, relaxing and getting to virtually talk to everyone. And welcome to all the new people. Our Girl Scouts have unique, strong personalities and talents that are worth lifting up and celebrating. So this year's theme calls out everything that makes each girl special, from her incredible smarts, her boundless creativity, enthusiasm, and loyalty. Our big-hearted elephant mascot, who can't help but stand out in a crowd, will take the girls on an exciting jungle expedition that encourages them to proudly stand up for all the traits that make their amazing selves. So, stand up, stand out. That's our message to girls this year. Through the cookie sale, the girls have the unique opportunity of developing life skills that will aid them through their whole life and help develop them to be leaders. It empowers the girls through their experiences of goal setting, whether it's topping what you did the previous year or setting a goal with your troop and deciding what your individual portion is of that. People skills. It might be the first time a Daisy or a Brownie have asked someone other than their family members to support their sale. Decision making. Do I want to go door to door? Will I be part of a booth sale? What do we do with our troop funds? So that's all part of participating in the cookie program. Business ethics. The best one I can think of for an example is, we do not sell before January 18th. On my honor, no one starts before then. And money management, whether it's making change or deciding what to do with the proceeds and deciding how much you have to earn. So the 5 skills that will carry girls through life are part of the Girl Scout cookie program, but also enthusiasm and a lot of fun makes up the program too. Well, we have our favorite popular cookies back again. Nothing has changed. So we have s'mores again for a second year. They were truly outstanding, and we'll talk a little more about that. We have the gluten-free trios that your orders are in already. I think if you missed your opportunity, you can contact Ginger and Arnice. There might be a possibility of a few extras to get them for you. And of course, lemonades, thanks a lot, caramel delights, peanut butter patties, peanut butter sandwiches, shortbread, and the ever popular Thin Mints. You will notice some labeling looks a little different. We've tried to practice the best labeling practices, and although the ones with the green emblem on it are still vegan, it's more proper for us to use the logo that says made with vegan ingredients. So no recipe has changed, nothing is different for a vegan. We're just labeling the way we should. So hopefully with all those varieties, everybody can find something they love. I like when people tell me they don't like a certain variety. I'm like, I don't either. That's why there's 8, and really with trios, 9 of them. Hopefully one of them you'll love. We have chocolate varieties, vegan, nut-free cookies, peanut butter flavors, to the traditional Girl Scout gluten-free, fruit-flavored lemonades, and we also have 4 of our varieties in eco-friendly packaging. So let's talk a little bit about how last year was. It was a bit of a surprise to us and everyone else. You see how s'mores ended up at 11%? We really did not predict that. We thought s'mores, being another chocolate item, would never outdo lemonade, but they did. So we had to go back to baking. I know it was stressful, but we'll be better prepared and forecasted this year because s'mores are back and we feel they'll still be very popular. It did take from some of the chocolate items, thanks a lot, a little bit from mints and patties, not so much from caramels, but a bit. But it's back again and we're better prepared. And so the best thing you can do is help prepare the troops to order correctly. We only have one fall sale in the whole country. It's Central Maryland, headquartered in Baltimore, and they're an order-taking council, so they do not do direct sales to begin with. They do that later. And their s'mores were 11% last year, and on the girls' order cards coming in initially, it's 9.5%. So probably it will end up closer to where lemonades is, but I will let your council know before your initial orders are due how Baltimore ends up, and they can let you know, Ginger and Arnie. So how do we sell Girl Scout cookies? Well, to us, the baker, you're the middle section. You're called a direct sale. So it's more than booth sales. Direct sales means girls do not take an order and then come back to the same location 2 weeks later with the cookies. They have cookies in hand, whether they do them at a booth sale or going door to door, which is still popular with adult supervision. Some troops may take orders, that's okay, but they cannot take an order until January 18th. But it's pretty stressful for them, so they should at least place an initial order and have cookies ready. And then the third way is digital. Smart Cookies e-card and Smart Cookies direct ship. And we'll talk a little more about Smart Cookies and what that is actually. But those are the 3 ways girls can sell cookies. But remember, nothing starts before January 18th. You will have at your homes, hopefully you've received cases of materials, although not as many as in the past. You will have an order card, 1 per girl. You will have a recognition insert, 1 per girl. You'll have a coin envelope, well, money envelope, 1 per girl. But you'll also have a new flyer this year. It's called the Smart Cookie Flyer. It's 1 per girl. It's 2-sided, and it'll explain for the girl and her parents and guardians and introduce them to what we call our new platform for not only volunteers and the council, but also for the girls, and that's Smart Cookies.
Okay, so this is our niece. I'm going to take over for right now. So we people want to know who can sell Girl Scout cookies. So all registered Girl Scouts can sell cookies if they have parental permission. Okay, so the cookie dates for the GSE SNJ Council, it starts on January 18th, 2018, and it ends on March 11th, 2018. So before we go any further, I just want to give you guys some training highlights so you can see what we're going to talk about in this training. First, we're going to go over the Service Unit Cookie Manager role, some important dates, what's new with the program, the Smart Cookies platform, some fun opportunities for troops and girls, the GSE SNJ Cookies app, of course, the next steps to do after this training, and then also some stuff for new volunteers. Okay, so understanding the role of the Service Unit Cookie Manager. I would like to get some feedback from you guys. So if you would like to answer, please raise your hand. So you'll press the little hand icon and just let me know what you think your role is as a Service Unit Cookie Manager. So you can just say anything. It doesn't have to be all of the roles, but you can just say one role. Anybody? Okay, let's see what Allison said. Allison said training the leaders and cookie parents. Okay, so let's see. So Patty has her hand up. Patty, I'm gonna unmute you and you can give me one role. Patty?
Yes.
Hi. So can you give me
Hi.
one role of a Service Unit Cookie Manager?
Make sure that all your cookie moms are trained.
Okay. Thank you, Patty. All right, let me go to Jenny. Hello, Jenny. Can you give me a role for the Service Unit Cookie Manager?
Submit the troops' initial orders on time.
Yes, correct. Thank you. So she said make sure the initial troop orders are entered on time. Okay, so Kim Dombowski, can you give me a role?
Distribute materials and organize and give back recognitions.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, and then I have two more people, I believe, who wrote in something. So Christy says, let me scroll down. Oops. Sorry about that. Let me go back.
So we have Varsha. She wrote in to help troops in the service unit sell cookies smoothly.
And then I can't see what Christy said. Can you see that?
That was probably from earlier.
Okay.
And then we have another one from Sarah. Sarah says to answer questions during the sale from the Cookie Moms. Great answers, everybody.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for participating. So, as you can see, the roles of the Service Unit Cookie Manager are as follows. So, you'll provide training for your troop volunteers. You'll distribute materials and deposit slips. You'll coordinate initial order deliveries. You'll also be ongoing support, but you need to set boundaries. So therefore, don't be taking calls at midnight and don't take them at 5 in the morning either. So yes, you are ongoing support, but make sure that you have boundaries. You'll also be coaching troops on their inventory. We'll talk about that when it comes to important dates, and then connect troops with resources such as the GSE SNJ Cookies app. Okay, so I'm going to go over the important dates, but please note that all these dates are in the Service Unit Cookie Manager Guide. So the first date, December 3rd, initial orders due by troop and Smart Cookies. So we'll talk about this a little more, but troops will be able to enter in their own initial orders into Smart Cookies, but we'll go into more detail with that in a couple more slides. Initial orders need to be verified by Service Unit and Smart Cookies by December 10th. So therefore, troops will be able to put them in until the 3rd, but then they'll be locked out for the service units to be able to check over their orders and make sure everything's good. And also, you should be able to help other troops add orders into the system. Initial order delivery. So this year, the initial order deliveries will take place from January 8th through the 13th, and then on January 16th. The truck and warehouse Warehouse is open for planned orders on January 19th. And the scheduled deposit dates for this cookie season is January 27th, February 10th, February 24th, and March 17th. Okay. Troop paperwork due to service units, that's on March 18th. That's the deadline that we chose, but I know a lot of service units do things differently and they like their troops to get them their paperwork earlier. So you can decide on whatever date you want for that. But service unit paperwork is due to council by March 25th. And the delinquent and excess cookie form is due to council by April 1st. And we'll go into more detail of that later on in this presentation. But please note again that all of these dates can be found in the service unit cookie guide. Okay, so initial orders. This is something new this year. So troops will have the permission to enter their own orders into Smart Cookies this year. But please note that council will be adding all trios orders into the system. So the initial orders must be looked over by the service unit cookie managers and Smart Cookies by December 10th. Okay. Troops, in order to place an initial order, troops needs to follow the guidelines in the Troop Cookie Planning Guide. Please make sure you look at that because we have updated some information. We're requesting that troops order about 70% of what they sold last year. We want you guys to make sure you verify the variety breakdown. So obviously, we said order enough s'mores so we could put in those orders so the baker will bake enough cookies for us, and also make sure they're planning for cookie booths. A lot of time people put in their initial order, they give out all the cookies to their girls that first week, and then they have to put in a planned order a couple days later because they didn't plan for cookie booths. And I know I was at a truck last year and it was just so crazy with the lines and people were ordering so many cookies, and it's like they didn't put a big enough initial order in, or they gave away all their cookies to their girls too quickly. So another, again, when it comes to initial order, so please really review their variety mix. Please also look at the council's PGA because it has increased, and also they should look at the number of trips that they made to pick up planned orders. Troops should try to avoid frequent trips for planned orders by ordering more upfront. Okay, so initial order deliveries, and I talked about that earlier. So the initial order deliveries, you will fill out the initial delivery request form, and I will be emailing out that form on Monday. So this form, you will let me know if your service unit will have a mega drop or you have your own delivery location. All delivery request forms need to be filled out by December 1st. And I'm sending that on Monday. If you have any questions, please respond to my email with any questions about deliveries and if you need any help. Please note that initial deliveries will be from January 8th through the 13th and then January 16th. When you fill out the delivery request form, you'll be able to pick the date of when you want those deliveries for anyone who's doing their own delivery location. Okay. So now I'm going to go over what's new with the program. So we have some new things when it comes to submitting delinquent paperwork, submitting service unit cookie volunteer agreement forms, the Smart Cookies platform, and then Are You a Digigirl? We'll talk about that. So, delinquent paperwork. So I know last year we did do it differently than before. We had the troops send us their paperwork directly. Well, we're still doing that, but now we're going digital. So therefore, because we want to make sure that we receive the delinquent parent paperwork. We don't want the troops to be like, oh, well, we mailed it, but I guess it got lost, or we turned it into the service unit and they know they shouldn't have, and they try to come up with things. So this way, it will also make it easier for troops to get their paperwork to council. It's going to be a WUFU form, so they'll fill it out with all the delinquent parent information, and they'll also be able to upload like the certified mail receipt, the letter that they sent, and any other paperwork that we need from them. They'll be able to upload it to the WUFU form. So also, how to process the delinquent paperwork, like I said, the guidelines, instructions, and the form will be posted to the GSC SNJ Cookies app, so all the information will be there. It's not there now, but look for those upcoming uploads. And then the troop leader will be able to upload the paperwork that they need to provide to council. So, like I said, the WUFA form will have all those things so that they can just upload the paperwork so that they don't have to worry about mailing it directly to us. So also what we have this year, we have an online form used to collect end of the sale information from troops that have cookies left over. This data will go to the financial support specialist to add details and explanation when reviewing troop bank accounts. So if a troop, so let's say a troop had 5 cases of cookies left over from the sale, we want to know that they had those cookies left over, because a lot of times, even though we give them until I believe the end of July to sell cookies, and I know their troop finances are due before that. So they're going to use their troop proceeds to pay for those cookies until they sell the cookies. So this way, if they fill out this form, there'll be no issues when they send in their troop finances, and the troop financial specialist will be able to see what it says. So they will be able to see that, hey, they use this money to pay for the extra cookies that they have because they filled out this cookie excess form. Okay, and another thing that we have gone digital on is the cookie volunteer agreement forms. So the service unit cookie volunteer agreement form will be collected electronically. So please look out for a link so that I will send that directly to all service unit cookie volunteers. Okay, and now I'm going to pass it off to Kathy to speak about smart cookies.
Okay, thanks, Arnice. Introducing smart cookies. We have what we call a brand new platform, and I'll explain a little more why we say a platform instead of a system. But it's called Smart Cookies. We've asked councils to name it, and they like the name we had for our public website. So our secure website for council, volunteers, and girls will be called Smart Cookies, and that's the new logo, the little light bulbs. And those are your girls who are the Smart Cookies decorating it. We're going to play a little video for a little intermission about Smart Cookies, and then I'll come back and explain more.
I'm going to see if this video will play. So let's see.
All right, and if not, we'll
Across America participate in the Girl Scout Cookie Program, where they sell cookies to fund exciting adventures and learn the essential entrepreneurial skills of goal setting, decision making, money management, people skills, and business ethics. ABC Bakers and IBM designed abcsmartcookies.com with Girl Scout volunteers to make this cookie selling experience easy and fun.
It might be a bit irritating. Maybe we could just move on.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'll just upload the video onto the app so everyone can see
Yeah.
it. Basically, it just shows how the girls can use the smart cookies.
Right, and we'll have a lot of support for you, for the parents, for the girls. So let's talk about the logos. Yes, that's Smart Cookies to the right. What does it replace? It replaces Snap. Goodbye, Snap. Nice to know you, but not going to know you anymore. Coco, Cookie Command for girls, and Smart Cookie U. That's something your council didn't use that often, but we had 3 separate URLs and 3 separate places and companies supporting them. And we had difficulties making them talk to each other. If a girl placed a Coco direct order, we had to have one company put it in a way that we could upload it into Snap, and the names had to match, and none of that is going to be our life in the future, so that's a good thing. For the public, we have a brand new website called abcbakers.com. That's where anyone can go and see what Girl Scout cookies we provide and ask questions about the cookies and contact us. And that's open to the public. But the brand new Smart Cookies platform will be a secure site where you do need a password, and everyone gets invited in, and it will happen in phases. We will first invite you, the service unit volunteers, in the next couple weeks, and then we will upload the troops and invite them in, and then finally we'll upload the girls and we'll invite them in, because now she can set her goals, send her promise e-cards, and do her direct shipped e-cards, all in the same place where you, the volunteers, manage the sale. So there's no talking to each other, uploading. It's one brand new platform, and it's called Smart Cookies. It'll be abcsmartcookies.com. Okay. We also have the mobile app for girls. No longer Coco Mobile, so if you have girls that have it on their phone, just delete it. You can go to the app or Google Play Store and you can upload the new Smart Cookies mobile. The girls cannot get in with their old credentials. Once we upload girls and invite them in, they will create their own user ID and their own password, and they'll get an email back telling them what it was so they can keep that email to remember. We want to highlight also, though, for you, for the troop volunteers, for the girls' parents and guardians, please accept emails from noreply@abcsmartcookies.com. That will have a link for you to register and to create your own password to get into the platform. We also no longer have Coco Direct. That was the shipping of cookies where the consumer used their credit card to pay for the cookies and the shipping, and they were delivered by UPS to their home. Now we have Smart Cookies Direct Ship. So that's replacing Coco Direct. And we'll talk a little more about it. So some great new things about the Smart Cookies Direct Ship. The girls can send an e-card to their customers, and the consumer can fill out their credit card information and place their order. They can't do it before January 18th, but they can do it as soon as that date arrives, and they can place their order. We have added 3 new distribution centers across the country, and they all offer 2-day shipping. Of course, the consumer would pay for that, but we really do offer great service on the East Coast because one of our places is there. But no matter where you ship your cookies, if you have to have them fast, the availability for 2-day shipping is there. But here's something really exciting: no minimum. If you want 1 box of lemonade, you can have 1 box of lemonade. If you still want 6 boxes of cookies, 2 could be peanut butter patties, 2 could be Thin Mints, 2 could be s'mores. No minimums, no requiring 6 of one kind or 12 of one kind. So that's really exciting, but even more exciting is the next slide. Thank you to your council, Girl Scouts of Central and Southern New Jersey. Consumers who order online with Smart Cookies Direct Ship will have the availability of half-price shipping. Again, that's courtesy of your council. So if they order 4 to 12 cases and the shipping price is $9.40 or something like that, they can get it for $5.70 something. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact numbers, but we'll put it on the app. But thank you to Girl Scouts of Central and Southern New Jersey using some of their proceeds to fund more customers for your girls. We think we will have even more people participating. The consumers may also still buy cookie share cookies that we will donate for what used to be Taste of Home, and they can pay for the box of cookies, 1 for however many they want, and there is a processing fee of $1.25. That hasn't changed, but they can order cookie share cookies, support their relative that may be states away, their Girl Scout, and they can still buy cookies from her that help give to the military. I hope there's clapping going on.
Thank you, Kathy. So now we're going to go over and talk about fun opportunities for girls and troops. Okay, so we're going to go over the 2018 Cookie Rally resources. So as you know, we have a Cookie Rally guide. I uploaded that to the app already, I believe, but if not, I'll do that soon, along with the rally instructions. If your service unit would like to receive rally patches, and then also I'll be uploading the rally prize request form. Okay, so cookie share. So the Girl Scouts of Central and Southern New Jersey will be donating cookies to the, I forget what base, what the name is called, but to provide cookies for the Cookie Share program. So girls will collect money towards donated boxes of cookies. For troops that collect 4 cases or more will earn the Cookie Share patch for every girl participating in that troop. So last year we collected 2,110 cases for Cookie Share. So this year our goal is 2,400 cases.
And our niece, it's Joint Base McGuire, Fort Dix, Lakehurst.
Okay, I'm so used to it being written out. I'm like, wait, what is it again? Okay, so I'm going to go over DigiGirl. That was one of the things that we said, what's new. So I don't know how many of you know what the DigiGirl program is, but we created this program to link the fall sale and cookie sale together. So for the fall sale, if girls sell 6 items online, and then for the cookie program, if the girls sell 12 items online, they will earn the DigiGirl medallion. So in the Service Unit Cookie Manager Guide on page 12, there's more details about it. And the top 10 girls will be featured in a DigiGirl commercial. So we're trying to encourage people to start selling more online because it's very easy to do. Okay, so the next we have is a contest sponsored by GSUSA for girls. So the Cookie Pro contest is for a chance for girls to be featured on a cookie box. So this is definitely a cool contest, and I hope that a lot of girls from our council participate. Girls can participate between January 2nd and April 30th. They will submit their personalized Cookie Pro resume along with their photo. So in the resume, they'll include a photo of herself, cookie badges and skills that she's earned, memorable troop and customer experiences, what her troop has done or plan to do with cookie earnings, and also her best selling tips for crushing cookie sale and goals like a pro. If you would like to know more information about that, please go to girlscouts.org/cookiepro. So that's girlscouts.org/cookiepro. So the troop incentive this year, these cute little bags, they're so adorable. So troops can earn 2 volunteer tote bags, and this will go to a troop that increases their total cookie sales by 10% over last year's cookie program, or if they're a new troop, they have to sell at least 70 cases of cookies during the 2018 cookie program. So we're doing a booth contest again. As you know, we did the lemonade booth contest, then we did the s'mores booth contest. Well, this year we're doing a cookie share booth contest. Now, the reason we're doing this is because we have such a big goal of 2,400 cases. We want a way for girls to be encouraged to participate in the booth contest. So I created a cookie share booth contest chat room on the GSSNJ Cookies app. So troops will upload pictures of girls at the booth. I don't want a picture of the booth inside of a rec center. Like, I want to see the girls outside or wherever they have the booth. I want pictures of the girls at the actual booth. They will submit their troop number, their leader name, and number of girls in troop. As you can see, there's like a picture of a little dog tag. That's the dog tags that the troops will earn. So we will pick 5 troops, and then all of the girls in the troop will receive that dog tag. Submissions will start to be accepted from January 18th through March 11th, and we will not be accepting any late submissions. Okay, so again this year we're going to be doing the buy 5 contest. So customers who purchase 5 or more packages in a single transaction will be entered into a drawing for a year free cookies. The way that they can enter through that drawing is that there will be a link again on the gscsnj.org website, so the council's website. So entries will be accepted from January 18th through March 11th. And I will be doing a drawing on March 20th. When I do the drawing, I will put the winners on the Cookies app and then also on the gscsnj.org website, so on the council's website also. So cookie booth rentals, if you're looking for something to spice up your cookie booth, or if you're having a cookie rally and you would like to borrow some cookie costumes from council, you can. So this year you can borrow cookie costumes, cash boxes, or roller banners from council. So in order to request cookie booth rentals, please use the link on the GSC SNJ Cookies app, and that has been uploaded. Troops can borrow up to 2 cookie costumes, 1 cash box, and 1 roller banner. Let's say you only want to borrow a cash box, you're able to do that. So you don't have to borrow cookie costumes in order to borrow a cash box. But please note that the supplies are limited and they are on a first come, first served basis. So if you know that if the troop knows that they're having a cookie booth, and when they know that, if they want to borrow it, put in your request as soon as possible because it's a first come, first served basis. Okay, so the Square Card Reader. This is a great way to attract customers to your booth. So a Square Card Reader is a little it's a little device that you can use in order to accept credit cards at cookie booths. There is a surcharge for it. I believe it's 11 cents per box of cookies, but please note, think about it. A lot of people don't carry cash. So it's a way to sell more than just 1 box of cookies. I'm not going to just put $4. I'd rather just buy the 5 boxes. So therefore the girls can also promote the buy 5 program. So it's definitely a good thing for people to have a Square Card Reader. In order to apply to use one for the council, there's a application on the GSC SNJ Cookies app. So here's the app that I've been talking about. There's an app for that. So in order to download the Cookies app, because I see there's quite a few new people on the chat, and you might have used this before as a troop leader. But anyway, in order to download the app, you will go to your app store on your phone. You will search Team App, and then you will search GSC SNJ Cookies. So if you have signed up for a service, obviously you're a service unit cookie volunteer, you will pick so that you can have permissions and access to those certain accesses, because if you're just a troop volunteer, you won't have access obviously to the service unit pages on there. This is where we'll post news and important dates. So if there's any weather issues with trucks and stuff, we put out notifications on there, so you'll get direct access to that. It's easy access to all the documents, so any guides and stuff that we do. And it's also great for chat room for cookies. That's where a lot of people do swaps of cookies in there, so they'll create chat rooms and then they'll be able to swap cookies. And there'll also be specific chat rooms just for service unit cookie managers, so you guys can talk amongst each other and help each other out. Okay, so next step. So after this training, you're probably wondering, okay, what do I do next? Well, if you're new to the role and you haven't downloaded the app yet, please download the GSC SNJ Cookies app and request access to your role, like I said, so that you can be able to have access to all the information that you need. The second thing that you will do is schedule initial order training date for your troops. I know a lot of people do this just at a leader meeting. So we don't want you guys, we don't mean, hey, just schedule a separate meeting just for initial orders. But we're just letting you know, hey, you need to know to keep the troops updated so that you can do it at the next troop leader meeting. Also, initial order delivery locations, I will be sending out the form for that, so make sure you complete that delivery request form by December 1st. Okay, next thing, initial order and smart cookies. So you're going to make sure that you review Troops orders and smart cookies by December 10th. And then you're going to make sure you update your smart cookies information when you receive access to smart cookies. You're going to review your delivery station, review troop and service unit information, and also put address that you will receive the recognition rewards. Okay, so things coming soon. So these are things that you need to look out for and know about. So look for an email with the Smart Cookies login and training videos to get you up and running with the new program. Then Troops will begin getting their new account emails by November 10th. So since Troops will have access, will be able to enter in, since they will be able to enter in their initial orders, they're going to have access to Smart Cookies. So therefore, they will be getting an email directly from Smart Cookies in order for them to put in their order. So they'll be getting email directly to the Troops by November 10th. And I know Ginger said they're going to start the upload on November 10th. So if it's not on that exact date, don't freak out. It's going to come a couple days later than if it's not on November 10th. The Troop Cookie Guide will be putting that out with revised information on planned orders, delinquent and excess cookies, forms, and new end-of-sale paperwork checklist. Like I said, I uploaded the Troop Cookie Planning Guide and the Service Unit Cookie Manager Guide. So the Troop Cookie Guide has not come out yet because we want to make sure that we have the proper screenshots and all the information when it comes to smart cookies in there. Also, when it comes to the new end-of-sale paperwork checklist, as you will see on the last page of the Service Unit Cookie Manager Guide, we are not requesting for the copies of the deposit slips anymore. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. And then also look out for uploads of tools and guides to the GSC SNJ Cookies app. Okay, so if you are brand new to the role, so this is all the people who are on the call who are brand new. I know it's a lot of information. If you have no idea, you're probably like, what the heck's going on? So I'm going to be sending out an email to all new cookie volunteers. I will be hosting Google Hangouts for new volunteers the week of October 30th. So look out for that email on Monday. And we could have one-on-ones if you want to do it over the phone, or we could do it over Google Hangout. And we can go over more information, and then you can let me know any questions that you have so that I can make you feel as comfortable as possible with your new position. Okay, and customer care. So it's going to be like last year. Customer care will be trained to assist with the cookie program. So please have Troops contact them. If Troops need to contact customer care, make sure that they contact them first. Do not contact us directly. You guys as Service Unit Cookie volunteers, we want you to contact us directly, but not the Troops. We say that because it can become an overload, and we don't want to miss out on the Troops email by accident by having our emails overloaded during a cookie sale. So if they reach out to customer care directly, customer care can make a case, and then someone from the product program department can get back with them. When it comes to girls being added to the cookie system, customer care will have permissions to add girls into smart cookies like they did in Snap. So that's the same thing. So if a troop reaches out to you and say, hey, Sally isn't showing up in my troop, well, they need to contact customer care, because a lot of times their mother never even registered them, or they went to register them, but they never put in the payment part and they thought they were finished. So it's best to go directly to customer care, have the parent call customer care, and customer care can get them paid for and then entered into the Smart Cookies platform. And the phone number for customer care, if you don't know, is 856-795-1560, and the email is customercare@gscsnj.org. Okay, so now we're going to open up the questions. If anybody has any further questions. Because Ginger, were you able to answer? I saw some people had some questions.
Yeah, we got a bunch of things answered during.
Okay.
So first question's from Amy. November 10th, the Smart Cookies intro email will be sent to each troop leader or each troop cookie manager. Great question, Amy. The email is going to go to the leader, similar to the initial order form where the leader signs off for responsibility for the financials. The leader is going to get that initial email into the system. And then in terms of adding the troop cookie manager, the service unit can always add additional users. And, you know, if it's not the leader, if there's somebody else, then we can certainly have those folks added into Smart Cookies as well. Our next question is from Allison. If there's going to be a Smart Cookie training available. So we actually have a couple of great options. One of the things that we have from our baker is a series of YouTube videos that I believe they're finishing up. But basically there'll be YouTube videos with actual screens in Smart Cookies to take people through how to do different functions. The other piece that they've provided is basically short PowerPoint presentations that could be converted into PDFs so that people can learn how to do specific things in Smart Cookies. So we're going to be sharing all of those through the app, just like we did for things in Snap. And so there won't be a set Smart Cookie training like we do right now with this sort of training. What we're going to push out first is your initial setting up your profile and then the initial order placement for what we need right now, November, December. And then we'll push out all the additional trainings and links so people can have plenty of time to watch those before we actually get into the program. Another question from Amy. Will more than one person in a troop have access to the troop Smart Cookie login? Each person who's involved with the troop will have their own login with access to the troop. So I would imagine that in that case, most of the troops will have a troop leader who has a login to view the troop, and then a troop cookie manager who has a login to view the troop. If there's a particularly large troop, you could have 3 people who have a login to view that troop. I hope that answers that question. All right, Lisa, will the service unit cookie manager get access to Smart Cookies sooner so we can add the new Cookie Mom emails and such? So Lisa, what's going to happen is by the end of this month, we're going to have all of our service unit cookie managers and booth coordinators added to Smart Cookies. And once they're all added, you'll be able to start looking through the system, getting familiar with it. But as we mentioned, we're going to be uploading troops. So the troops that are registered 2018 troops, we're going to be uploading them into Smart Cookies, and those folks are going to get an email to then set up their profile. Once we finish that upload, if there's additional troops that need to be added or contact information needs to be changed, you'll be able to do that afterwards. We're just going to do that initial upload. So yes, you'll have access in advance of the troops. And in order to get everybody in there, we're going to do that upload. And then you'll be able to edit and add additional troops after that point. Are there any other questions? Will we be emailed a password? So, Kathy, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that's what's going to happen is that people will get an email inviting them to go ahead and set up their profile. And at that time, they'll be creating their password to use Smart Cookies.
That's correct. The email, remember, it comes from noreply@abcsmartcookies.com. Once you click on a link, your first and last name and email will already be auto-filled. You'll fill out the other information, phone number, all that good stuff, and you will create your own password. Once you register and save it, you will get a second email, and it is an invitation to say, thank you, now you're registered, click on here, and it also contains your email and password you selected. So save that second email because you'll have a record of your password if you happen to forget it.
All right. Will we still collect the initial order forms even though troops will enter their own orders? And should they be due to us by December 3rd? So great question, Kimberly. We are still going to use those initial order forms for this year because that's the only place that we have where the troop leader signs off for financial responsibility at this point. So you could have them get them to you by the December 3rd deadline, or if you're not available that date, you know, certainly set a date that makes sense for you. And we have a question from Jennifer. How do Juliets or independent members participate in cookies? So Juliets will participate in the cookie program. There's two key differences. Number one, they're going to use their GSUSA global ID number or a member ID number. That's going to be their troop number in addition to their member ID. So instead of a troop number, it's going to be that member ID, and that's what's going to be tracked in Smart Cookies. The other thing is that all of the money that they collect will get deposited into the council bank account. So their troop balance summary at the end is going to basically look like they've overpaid because they have to deposit all the money into the joint council account for all those independent girls who aren't affiliated with troops. And then money would be dispersed from the council for the girls to participate in Girl Scout activities. Next question from Lisa. How are we getting all the service unit cookie materials for our service unit? So the service unit cookie materials should have been shipped to your home already. Ah, you didn't get them. We're going to have to track those packages. Should have been a bunch of boxes. Good to know. Thank you, Lisa. We will track that down.
What's Lisa, what's your service unit?
She's Inland and Island.
Okay. Oh, you know who got the packages? The other SUM. I can't remember her name right now. So I would check with the SUM because she received those packages. So she has everything.
Okay. And then in terms of items that you would typically get at the in-person training, such as the deposit slips and the printed guides, we're going to just mail them out to you all. So you're going to get those deposit slips from us in a package shortly. Let's see. And then you referenced, Christy asked about the green poster with the Girl Scout logo. Those were actually discontinued in print, and they are available online for people if they would like to use them. So I believe we still had it on the checklist that it's something that you'd be receiving, and we just found out recently, like yesterday, that they're only online. So that takes care of that. And then our next question is from Jennifer. Can a Juliet, what was this? Let me scroll up a second. Can Juliets place initial orders? Juliets absolutely should be placing initial orders. It should be treated just like a troop with the exception of their troop number is their member ID and they deposit all their money. Everything else is the same. And then a registered parent, it could be mom or dad, will be the place of the troop. So they'll have the troop login for their Juliet to administer the sale, place planned orders, and all of that. Will Juliet parents get an email to register on Smart Cookies just like troop leaders? Yes, they will. And it'll be the same date as everybody else. It'll start November 10th. We have a question from Tashana. As a cookie mom last year, there was a lot of cookie swapping going on, but no one seemed to have the transfer form because each parent only received 4. Is there a way to get extra or alternative ways to swap without it? So if your service unit doesn't have enough in circulation, we will give them to you. We have probably thousands. So if you know in advance that you would like some extra transfer forms in your service unit, please let us know. We will ship them to you, mail them to you, take a pogo stick and bring it to your service unit. We have plenty.
Yeah, we have a lot.
Like an entire ridiculous amount of them.
Yes.
All right. Any other questions, ladies and gentlemen? We're looking good. All right, Patty. Usually input all the initial orders and update the address, phone numbers, etc. when I receive the initial orders. Will the troop still have to do it? So Patty, if the troop information needs to be updated, you can certainly do that in that review period from December 3rd to the 10th. You could still do that piece, but you don't have to enter their order for them unless they somehow forgot or couldn't figure it out. And then the initial order forms are, yes, they are in those boxes that you received, Sarah. All right. Amy, a lot of troops in our service unit wait until the end of the sale to enter anything, which makes tracking inventory and girl balances very difficult. I agree. Will they be required to enter throughout the sale with Smart Cookies? As you can probably guess, a lot of things in Girl Scouts aren't required, but I think that they're going to see the problem even more. One of the things that we mentioned is that parents and girls will have logins for their girls to not only participate in the Smart Cookies direct ship option for selling cookies, but they'll also see how many boxes have been allocated to them by the troop. And so it would behoove them to keep up with transfers and especially troop-to-troop transfers. When people wait too long for those, people really get messed up. So I would encourage them to get in and start using it. I know a lot of people are using interesting systems. So I think that they need to really try to use Smart Cookies to run their sales so that they can stay on top of things. Question from Renee. Can we get last year's sales and initial order numbers to assist? Yes, there's going to be archive reports that you can run in Smart Cookies. You can look at what they did last year and all those different things. There's reports for that. Yay! I know, it's so exciting. Isn't it great when data just appears? Christy, will parents be able to see the same information as leaders when logged in? No way. The only parents who would see the same thing as a leader is if you're a parent of a Juliet. What parents will see is basically that girl dashboard. And it's, you know, the girl set her goals, the girl is earning these virtual badges, the girl sold this amount in online orders through Smart Cookies direct ship, and this is the amount of boxes towards their recognitions that they wanted to earn. They're not going to see a full troop view. All right. It looks like our question log has come to a stop. So I wanted to say thank you, everyone. This is a great turnout for our webinar. And yes, Carrie, there's a ton of YouTube videos on Smart Cookies that have already been uploaded. My caution is going to be that some of those videos are for other councils who do things differently. So some councils do not do direct sales like we do, and some they just run things differently in terms of how they do cookie share and transfers and initials. So we're gonna kind of tag out the ones that are the ones that we want our volunteers to look at, because we don't want people trying to view videos that aren't the way our council runs things. So you can certainly look at them if you're just bored and trying to fall asleep at night, but don't go sending out the YouTube videos to everybody just yet. All right. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
And hey, look, we ended early. That's even better. So good job.
All right.
Have a
Good night, everybody. If you have any further questions, you can email our niece. I've emailed all of you, so just email me and let me know. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Night.
Arnice,
Yes.
can you just go up to the top and save the chat log to your computer?
Go up to the top. Oh, okay. Let's see. File.
You want to save the chat log and the question log to your computer.
Okay. All right. I'll do that.
Yeah.